The courtroom laughed when the young soldier was dragged in, wrists locked in cold iron. Some whispered he was a disgrace. Others smirked, saying, "So much for a hero." Humiliation echoed louder than the chains around his hands. Before we go on, tell us in the comments, from where are you watching this story? We'd love to hear your voice. It was supposed to be a routine hearing. A soldier accused of insubordination stood in front of a judge, his uniform still marked with stains from the battlefield. In the benches behind him sat strangers, reporters, even a few of his own neighbors ready to see a hero fall. And at the corner of the room, his mother clutched her hands so tight her knuckles turned white. The bailiff snapped the cuffs harder than needed, and a ripple of laughter ran through the crowd. The accusation was harsh. They said he refused a direct order. They said his defiance risked lives, and as the prosecutor painted him as reckless, unfit for service, the soldier's eyes burned but his lips stayed shut. The truth was locked behind silence. No one knew what he had carried on his shoulders. No one knew the reason behind his choice. And so the whispers grew. Coward, failure, shame to the uniform. Then it happened. The doors at the back of the courtroom swung open, not with noise, but with a weight that silenced everything. Boots stepped in, polished yet heavy with decades of war. Medals glimmered faintly on the chest of a man who had seen more sacrifice than anyone in that room. A 4-star general. Gasps broke the air. Every soldier in attendance straightened instinctively. The prosecutor's voice faltered. Even the judge froze for a moment, and the general's eyes, sharp, unblinking, locked only on the young soldier in chains. He walked forward, each step echoing like a verdict of its own. When he reached the front, he didn't salute the judge. He didn't acknowledge the lawyers. Instead, he spoke. "This man you mock," his voice thundered, "saved an entire unit. He carried wounded men on his shoulders through enemy fire. He broke orders, yes, but only because the order was wrong. He chose lives over blind obedience." The courtroom shook in silence. Reporters stopped writing. Neighbors lowered their heads. And the soldier's mother finally let her tears fall. The general's hand slammed against the chains. "These cuffs," he said, "do not belong on a hero. They belong on those who would bury truth for the sake of pride." The judge's gavel struck. Not guilty. The chains were unlocked, falling to the ground like broken symbols of shame. The soldier stood, not taller by choice, but by the weight lifted from his shoulders. And the general placed his hand on the young man's back, not as a commander to his soldier, but as a father to a son. That day, the court witnessed something greater than justice. They witnessed honor defended by honor itself. If this story touched you, share your thoughts below. And subscribe for more powerful stories of sacrifice, family, and courage that the world should never forget. Because legends are not written on paper. They are carved in moments like this, when chains fall and truth stands unshaken.